Earnings. Bharat Forge came out with its set of numbers. We have Mr. Kalyani who joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Kalyani. Thanks a lot for waiting by, sir. Let's address the numbers first and let's address the most important point, not just for your company, but for the nation on the whole, the defense vertical. Now, that's yet to show some kind of traction. So if you could help us out, what are the targeted revenues you're looking at in FY26, FY27? Because even of the last quarter, we saw some weakness in the defense vertical. Please go ahead, sir.
We have increased our defense sales.
Yes. Mr. Kalyani, sorry, sir, we missed that point out there. I hope I'm audible. Wanted to ask you about how do you see the defense vertical scale up from here on in the coming year and post that as well?
In the defense vertical will scale up quite well. We see a growth of almost 20 to 25% every year in our vertical in defense. We had the same growth in FY25 compared to FY24, 10% growth, and we hope to have about 15 to 20% growth in FY26 because we now have the ATAX order that we will start executing in a couple of months. So things will happen. We have an order book in defense of over 9,500 crores, and that order book will get, let's say, executed in the next 3 to 4 years.
So for defense, you're expecting a 15 to 20% revenue growth in FY26, right, sir?
Correct.
Okay. On a consolidated basis, what are you expecting? Because your North America Class 8 trucks, the numbers that we get every month does seem to suggest that there is pressure.
Well, I think, we have to forget about North America for a while till the whole tariff issue gets settled down. So I really can't comment on that. It's very difficult to predict what is really going to happen there. We haven't got any indication of any country concluding its tariff agreement with the U.S. I think I will reserve my comments on that. But as and when this gets concluded, and I believe, at least I was in Washington last week, and I believe from our people in Washington that the tariff agreement between India and the U.S. will get concluded in a reasonably positive way. The question is, by what time, we don't know. So we will leave it at that. We don't know what the tariff situation will impact in terms of volumes, but there will be an impact for sure because costs will go up. And as every OEM has indicated in their annual results in the last 3-4 days, they are expecting a heavy impact on their P&L in the U.S. on their business because of tariffs. And therefore, there will be an impact on volumes.
Mr. Kalyani, good afternoon, Prashant here. I'm sorry, we'll come back to the core business in a bit, but this situation with Pakistan, some escalation news that we were reporting on just before you came on, just asking you whether, has there been any advisory from the government to defense equipment makers to, ramp up production or anything of that sort at all?
Yeah.
To ramp up equipment production or anything at all? Any advisory from the government?
Yes, there are advisories, and our team has been called to Delhi early next week, so we will see what happens.
This is with regards to the ongoing situation?
Yes. I can't say anything more than that, okay?
Okay, I understand. Rima?
Okay. So you've given us, so I understand North America is likely to be subdued. There is still a lot of uncertainty. And I believe in North America, CV revenue saw a decline in Q4 also. And that remains uncertain. What about Europe? How is the situation? What do you expect in the first half of the year when it comes to Europe? Because your CV exports to Europe saw some revival in Q4.
We expect revival in Europe to happen in the second half of the year, not in the first half. Europe is also going through a lot of pain right now. Their situation with the U.S. on tariffs is still not settled. So their export of vehicles to the U.S., engineering products, exactly how it is going to come out in the next few months, we don't know. So I think, we have to wait till the tariff situation gets more visible. and then I think we can predict what's likely to happen. Right now, we have taken a position that we will go with the plans that we have made and adjust it on a weekly or monthly basis as in what we hear from our customers.
So it's quite likely that North America and Europe will see a revenue decline in Q1 at least?
Well, likely, yes.
Likely, yes. Okay. Sir, you are looking to divest your overseas subsidiary. Any update on that?
We are not looking to divest our overseas subsidiaries. We are looking at how to restructure it.
Restructure it. And what are your plans when it comes to that, and how will it fructify through the course of the year?
I think by the end of FY26, we should have a definite result in terms of, clarity in terms of how it will happen and what it will do.
Okay. And what's the objective, if I may ask, of restructuring your subsidiary?
Well,
What is the end goal?
We want to make sure the business is performing, business is profitable, and earning cash.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining in. That's, Bharat Forge. Defense